Birdsetfree, aka Kyandria, Birdsetfree channel, is actually a covert narcissist. This proves how unconscious, drooling zombies these people are, how followers they are. All they do is they follow the latest channel that appears in the organic portal movement. The more likes on the videos, the quicker they'll follow it. I've been looking at this for 2 years now. It's 100% a foreshore pattern. So I find it very, very funny that, a channel that goes on and on about narcissism, narcissists, herself is a covert narcissist. Now, to add to that, and listen to the tone. So these people, they're tone deaf and emotionally imperceptive or unperceptive. They can't tell, they can't discern tone, they can't discern this sort of thing. All they see is like in a drooling sort of zombie state, likes and where other people are. They just want to be part of the community because they're a hive-minded individual. They're not an individual, they're a hive-minded organic portals. Remember the video Organic Portals, just simply titled Organic Portals? Why we can pluralize the word is because they're a hive mind. They just want to be part of it. That's why this always happens to every channel that appears in the organic portal movement that has like a good like ratio on their videos. Every single time the likes will pile up more, and if there's any dislikes, they'll question it because they can't think for themselves. So they don't question it because they're questioning it. They only question it because other people already have questioned it. That's what's happened to me in this movement and other channels that have been held down. Because they didn't have a lot of subscribers or a lot of likes, or in my case, they had videos made against them, bullshit made up against me, like on the Ego Fae, the Walking Demon channel, full of the walking demons. Because of that, they can't follow. They won't subscribe to me. They can't. It's against their nature. They just want to be part of what everybody else is part of. You see, so now the latest channel of that is Birdsetfree. She's as shallow as it gets. I call her the caged Birdsetfree. Oh, and this, Freemasons, Birdsetfree. Even Left Side of the Brain, which is clearly a Mason, satanic Masonic psychopath, even Left Side of the Brain has a video. He had a comment where he said, "Oh, if I'm a Freemason, that must mean I'm free of the Masons." Oh, God. When I read that, I was just laughing my head off. And he has another video, "I'm a Freemanian," wearing his Yale Skull and Bones shirt, one of his oldest videos ever on his channel, walking through the checkerboard at the park. The checkerboard? Isn't that part of, the Jacob's Ladder or something? That Masonic symbolism? Right? Like, he's the most obvious Mason, right? And then we call Eno Fae, or Ego Fae, as I call him, wearing a Baphomet shirt. What do the Masons worship? Baphomet and other demons. And then Left Side of the Brain even has a video, "The darkness entity is all powerful." I mean, you people are dumber than shit. And I'm sick of pushing shit uphill. You can't push shit uphill. I'm trying to ascend shit up a hill. That's what it's like with most people in the Organic Portals movement. And, because I'm very, very, very bright, I've been attacked the most out of every channel. You get other channels like Truth Dog will go through sometimes his comments and show you him being attacked by shills. But that's nothing. I've been way more attacked. I would say to a multiple of 10. The amount of comments I've had to delete of these idiots, and most of them come from the Eno Fey channel or the Left Side of the Brain channel. And now there's even some coming from Birdsetfree channel because I dare to speak up. I dare to reveal. It's so interesting. So these people, you know, they just follow where the crowd is, right? We already know this, but I'm just saying, like, in case you haven't seen this in the Organic Portals movement, because I don't know, maybe you're not paying attention. Because I really have learnt a lot from this movement. That's why I pay such close attention. Not only because, you know, I have so many videos invested in the movement, but because I've learnt really a lot from this. You know, at the end of the day, if I walk away now, I'm like content because I learnt so much. Second comes, yeah, yay, I got a YouTube channel established with the videos, you know, and views and blah, blah, blah. That's second for me. First for me is how much I learnt. Like, I'm very grateful to some people who have taught me things in that, because, you know, knowledge really is power. It's like, if I didn't realize that the Archons visit you upon exiting the Matrix to try and get you back into here. Like, see Truth Dog's video where he goes over the Star Trek Voyager episode where Janeway is, you know, attempted to be tricked by the Archon to get her to reincarnate. Remember that episode in Star Trek Voyager? He shows that in one of his channel videos I was watching the other day on Truth Dog channel. He's also an Aussie. And yeah, like for instance, if I didn't, you know, get told that, maybe that could have got me at the end. You know, when I die, maybe I would have had to circle back into this rat hole, right? This slave matrix. It's a slave matrix. That's what we're doing here. You know, we're slaves for these reptilian overlords or whatever, planet Snakeados. Anyway, I find it very, very hilarious, and I laugh directly at you, Birdsetfree. I see. Not anyone else can see it. Not one person yet has been able to see it. Maybe over time some of you will wake up to it. I don't know, I think it's going to take several months for people. And I reckon now that I've revealed it early on in her channel, she'll keep it very undercover, right? So she may be, you know, have Eastern Star relatives, which is the female version of Masons. She may have, I don't know, a father or something in the Masons, who knows? I don't know, I haven't dug into her life. I could, I'm a hacker, but I'm not going to do that for now anyway. Like, she seems genuine enough, but what you're not realizing is no matter how genuine they are, they can still be leading you in the wrong directions. Now, I'm not saying talking against narcissism is leading you in the wrong direction completely, but somewhat it is. Oh, controversial statement. Well, let me explain, because I know that just hit your brain barrier. I'm aware. I know that hit some people's cognitive dissonance right there. What? These organic portals, they're all narcissists, Ben. How can it be leading any direction in the wrong way if they're talking against narcissism? Well, because, you know, what I've found is that narcissists, I've said this before, if you're a soul human narcissist, because no, not all narcissist people are soulless. That's incorrect. Yes, all organic portals revert to, but are not necessarily upfront narcissistic. They revert to narcissistic ego and the trauma-based mind, the compromised mind. But haven't you noticed that they're friendly NPCs? That first they're friendly if they think, you know, you're one of the hive mind, or they haven't discerned you as an individual spirit yet. They're friendly to you until you go against the system. I said that in my first Archon Sensing Archons video, Sensing Archon Organic Portals, that you're not going to even know what Archons are until you go against the system of, let's call it the hive mind thoughts or societal thoughts, the societal norms, etc. Then you'll get revealed Archons. Then will come out the narcissistic side of the organic portals, right? When you go against their system of thoughts. So how is it leading astray? By endlessly going on about narcissism. Well, first of all, she's acted like all narcissists are organic portals. I made a video months ago already because I could see that trend, and that video was called "Not All Narcissists Are Organic Portals," which I think has got almost 200 views, so not all of you have watched it. Because again, you're in the brainwash. You would have had the cognitive dissonance when you got the notification of that video. You would have, oh, I'm not going to watch that. That's not true. Because you're running off stupid script. It's wrong. It's incorrect. Because I'll conclude what I did in that video. If all narcissists are organic portals, that means all friendly NPCs are souls or spirits. You see, it's stupid. You can't do absolutism like that. So that's one way that that's leading astray. I have another thing. I'd rather spend time with an intelligent narcissist like a Leonardo da Vinci type, right, that I'm going to learn from, that I find interesting, than a dumb empath. And I'm not saying, again, because I'm not stupid, I don't do absolutism, I'm not saying all empaths are dumb. I'm saying that some are, and that I would rather spend time with an intelligent narcissist than a dumb empath. But see, in the movement, people are so traumatized that they've just flocked to her channel, not only because they see the subscriber rate going up, and we know that's the case. Any channel on YouTube, if the subscriber rate gets stuck, it doesn't move. Suddenly not even one more person will go there. You know, a couple will, a handful. The real humans don't care about those numbers. We don't care. We just care about the information. We don't shoot the messenger. We don't go off, you know, the number sets. Oh, is everybody else agreeing? Is everybody else agreeing? Because I can't think for myself. You know, we don't do that. So everybody has just flocked to her channel because of the views and the amount of likes on some of the videos and so on, and because they're very traumatized. And I understand that these organic portals are very traumatizing, but this is another reason, because, you know, people are so traumatized. They've just gone, oh yes, someone's speaking against narcissism, oh, you know, and it just flows into their healing, which is fine, but, you know, it can be unconscious when you're doing that process as well. So that's all I was pointing out. So yeah, I find it hilarious, actually, that, you know, a channel discussing narcissism endlessly, right, almost every video is based like that, is herself a covert narcissist. And there's proof of it. One of her videos, which I definitely pressed the dislike on, was mirror back to the narcissist, because, you know, if you mirror back and become narcissistic to a narcissistic organic portal or soul or whatever, just a narcissistic person, if you mirror that back and become narcissistic, you become narcissistic. So that's leading down the wrong path. That's fighting fire with fire, which is not correct. Like Bruce Lee said, be water, my friend. You know? So, you know, her philosophy is not tip-top in my opinion, and I laugh at it. I think it's funny what's going on in the organic portal movement. It all seems half, not completely, but half of these movements of the subscribers and stuff I've noticed are actually based on moving against me. How? Why? Well, because I've got the most videos on organic portals. They can't, firstly, they can't comprehend it. Their brains literally cannot take on the information. That's why, you know, not all my videos have been super viewed. They don't all have 1,000 views, because these people, they're simps. Their brains operate in simple manners. They don't have neurodendritical microevolutions like us. They can't, in short, their brains don't move as quickly as us. Their neuroplasticity, you've heard this term neuroplastic? They're not plastic, they're concrete brains. Do you see it? They literally can't cover all of my videos. There's 360 organic portal videos. It's actually impossible not possible for them to cover that many videos. They don't have the ability to create that much brain connections. Do you understand? It's very interesting. But yeah, so this is more stuff I've learned from being in the organic portal movement. That's some of the stuff I found most interesting. As a shaman psychologist, because the shaman in the old world was the doctor, the general practitioner, the psychologist, the nutritionist, etc. So as a shaman, I find it very interesting, the psychological aspects going on in the organic portal movement and surrounding channels. I've watched, that's why I watched it so closely. I've watched very, very closely the movement of energy. Likes is an energy, subscribers, that's an energetic format, right? So I've watched this very, very carefully and what's going on, not just the philosophy, but the movement of all the energy, how people think, the psychology, and I find it very interesting. So yeah, I just wanted to put that together because I don't know if anyone else could even have put that together. And I'm thinking that's why you're subscribed to my channel, because I can do these top level videos, and this is a top level video, right? Anyway, so I find it funny that, a channel like the Neutral Manaquin, Left Side of the Brain, goes on about organic portals and, can't go into demons, not one video going into demons, only one video saying the darkness entity is all powerful. Isn't that funny? You can't go into demons apart from hailing them and saying, oh, hail, hail Satan. We all know that Satan is a big part of this matrix. Anyway, the darkness entity is all powerful. Never forget, half side of the brain and is half logic. I think he forgot that the human brain is 2 hemispheres, huh? So, yeah, I find that funny. He's definitely a neutral mannequin, and he loves his Soylent Green food in his drive-through McDonald's, huh? The human meat in the beef patty, 100% beef though. Yeah, it must be, because McDonald's tells the truth. Yeah. This guy is so confused. It's funny. Because he talks confident, and this is another aspect, I should say, of this, how organic portals are drooling zombies. If you talk confidently, that's enough for them to fall under your spell. All you have to do is talk confidently to them, because they're spiritless. So if you talk confident with spirit to any degree, they naturally fall in line under that confident spirit speak, the strong tone, right? That's another reason that he has so many organic portals on his channel and so many NPCs. Plus he's even now appealing to the religious people. I didn't publish this video yet, but months ago I made a video called Religions Are for Spiritless Humans, NPCs. Anyone who's a real human knows that. How come he is like, oh yeah, and he's like, oh yeah, I just like religion because the spiritual stuff in it. Just, yeah. Rigmarole it through thicker. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know, at this point I'm sitting back and kind of laughing at all this because it's too ridiculous to get upset about, Yeah, you could get upset about it because they've ruined one of the most important spiritual movements on earth. They're responsible for it, these people, by their incapability to see. Anyway, so now the latest channel that's all the NPCs are flocking to, that's how YouTube works, unfortunately. And is one of the reasons my channel has been slightly held down over time, because I don't allow NPC comments, I don't allow NPC behavior on my channel. I think anyone who's been around my channel for a while knows that I'm straight on to stupid comments, correcting it. It's not on, because it changes people's mind and then they change their brain structures and save erroneous information. And that's what I'm against, erroneous information. So I jump straight on it, silly comments and stuff. Yeah, so I find it funny that, and I'll say this too, all women are covert narcissists. Look for the energy. I'm not incorrect. It's 100%. I don't say stuff that isn't incorrect. 99% of the time, I'm very careful with my words, and I think before I even start the video, hold on, is that what I'm going to say even accurate, blah, blah, blah. So I think about my thinking really a lot. But, women are covert narcissists. Men are overt, right? A good example is Birdsetfree as a covert and left side of the brain as an overt narcissist. Left side of the brain will even, I'm overt as well. If I do any narcissistic speak ever, I'm overt with it. I don't try hide it because I'm a man. Like, that's what we do. We're overt with the narcissism. I also said in a video a long time ago, narcissism can be a tightening of the code. Like Leonardo da Vinci is a really good example, how he walked around all begrudgedly. I'm not saying that's what you should do, but he was begrudgedly focused on his magnus opus, wasn't he? He called the people the ignorance. We know the people are very ignorant, yeah? So, I mean, he wasn't inaccurate. He was definitely accurate, and he walked around really begrudgedly doing his great work and just thought everyone else was an idiot, which was true. They all forfeited the game. They gave themselves over to the state. Only he, maybe a few other people in the world at the time, were doing great work, which is what you came here to do. So like people like Birdsetfree, they're not doing any real great work, revealing a little bit of narcissism, but not revealing it, telling you what you already know about it, so you press the like button. Right? That's what I mean by she's the latest channel catering for the NPCs. And then has videos with NPC in the title. They don't know what they're doing. Like Jesus, the previous Christ said, I'm the current Christ energy. There's different Christ energies. I've incarnated under Matreyu Christ energy. It's an energy, but Yeshua, he said, forgive them, they know not what they do. And that's the point I've gotten to. That's why I'm laughing about it instead of, angry, which I should be. You should be angry at this. The first initial thing is you should be angry if you can see it. Well, inconsistencies, inaccurate statements and so on are leading away from the way. The darkness knows itself to have all thoughts that exist away from the stream. The best example on YouTube, in fact, is Left Side of the Brain channel. I'll say it again, the darkness. He has a video called The Darkness Entity is All Powerful. Are you connecting the dots? Are you there? Knock, knock. Is anyone home? The darkness knows itself to have all thoughts that exist away from the stream, yeah, the light stream, the way, right, the flow, the Tao. So he's actually the best example because his logic is very good sometimes, but it still exists away from the way. None of what he says creates. It's all reaction. This is pre-2012 thought. The dude is not up to speed. Wake up.